Well, as we mentioned, we are exactly 1 year away from the next provincial election. That is a fixed end date to this government. But would you like to vote sooner? That is the topic of tonight's Checkpoint. Here's Dana Hutchings.
Jim, in 2001, BC became the first province to adopt fixed election dates. Brought in under then Premier Gordon Campbell, the elections here are held on the second Tuesday in May every 4 years. Now, there was a lot of speculation in the fall that Premier Christy Clark was going to call an early election. That didn't happen, but the Premier does have the right to do that. So our Checkpoint question tonight, do you think there should be an earlier election, or can you wait a year? Here are some of your opinions.
I would say no. I'm quite happy with going to be a year away.
I'm not such a fan of our Premier of this province, and I feel like it kind of happened haphazardly when Gordon Campbell left and then she came in, and I'd like a chance to vote on that.
No, I don't think there's any rush.
You're happy?
Yeah, it's all good.
We've just gone up through the whole HSV hoo-ha, and I really don't want placards all over the place, so that's my opinion.
No, I think that that's the time that's said. I think people, if you have the government keep chopping and changing the time of the elections, it takes away some validity of the elections.
Yes, I think a lot of people want some change. Yeah, definitely sooner.
From Twitter, Don says, no, we paid for those politicians. Let them serve their full terms before we elect another crew. From Facebook, Ryan says, well, yeah, can't come soon enough. Karen says, normally I would say the sooner the better. However, I feel that BC is still electioned out. I do not think it's in any party's best interest to have an election right now, as many people I know would just vote whatever instead of really considering their vote. And the results of our web poll, pretty split. 51.5% would like an earlier election, while 48.5% say waiting 1 year is just fine. It's interesting, on social media, the talk today was about the expense of an election. Whereas many people joined the conversation would like to see a change in government, most didn't want taxpayers to foot the bill any earlier than necessary. And that's tonight's Checkpoint.